All right, are you guys ready? It all comes down to this, the last match of the tournament. We've got the Rank 8 solo finals now with, first off, Ro, the defending Rank 8 champion from the 2016 tournament. He came up last year. He wasn't even level 150 when the tournament started. Managed to make it out of group stages, trained his way up, figured out the unique leech strategy to counter the residual builds that were popular at the time, and with some surprise upsets, he made it through and took out the win. He's up against Caesar, one of the most active PvPers, current King of Hueco Mundo. We're about to see which one of these two is the strongest in WoB. Both releasing now. Caesar moving behind the rock, activating penetration boost.
It's like a throwback Abby from Rio. Looks interesting.
Indeed, back when his name was Yamato. I missed what he did there, but Caesar now moves in, activates the offense boost, looking for a double boosted hit. Now, Ro could counter this with a barrier. Or he could just opt to get the first hit. He's going for the first hit, 6,600 damage. Caesar fires back with 5,200. Now, you might expect Caesar's to hit more, but I think Ro still had, on this turn, the 20% defense boost active. So it cuts that damage down a little bit. And there's Ro, 4,700 hit onto Caesar. Residuals are burning away.
Oh, not
Caesar
enough.
now 10,000 damage with the recoil hitting Ro. Ro has 2,300 health. Residual ticks are going to be burning away on him. It would be very risky for him to try the recoil. It looks like he's not going to try the recoil. Opts for the heal instead. Caesar tries to heal, but he got hit with heal reduction. Only heals 7,500. That makes their health even, and Ro gets the first attack now. Fires away with the recoil onto Caesar. 3,400 damage. Not as much damage as you might think. Caesar fires back though, and it's only 3,200. Both are melee users, so their damage is lower than you would see cross-spec.
Young barrier.
Yeah, Ro now wants to be a little bit on the careful side, uses the barrier. Caesar does the same. Barrier is tricky. Residual ticks are burning around both of them. Ro uses the second heal. This actually is almost bullying Caesar a little bit. Since Caesar had a diminished heal already, he'll have even more heal reduction than Ro has on. He opts for the penetration boost instead. Ro could move up and use the dissipate right now, though. If he moves up and dissipates through that barrier, Caesar is at 5,400 health. Ro will survive a pen boosted attack. However, Caesar will not survive Ro's next recoil. Caesar opts to burn the heal. He still has one more turn of pen boost left. Ro moves in. That's actually a long distance to try and get the attack, but he gets it out anyway. 4,200 damage with the great crossing strike. Good hit there. Caesar gets a pen boosted hit right now, though. 7,200 damage onto Ro. Ro is now very low. Caesar at 5,790. Oh, but the 4,600 damage hit lands onto Caesar, taking him out. And Ro will win round 1.
Man, those are some heavy damages coming in, and that was pretty crazy for a melee fight.
Yeah, that went back and forth pretty quickly. The pen boost really livening up the attacks.
Yeah, the HR came in big for Rio as well. Caught Sib off guard.
Round 2 will get more interesting now. Caesar does know what Ro's running. He knows that Ro has the heal reduction, so he may be prepared for it. Although with that fight, I'm not entirely sure what all could have been done differently.
Yeah, I mean, Sib got pretty good hit in with that 10k. Just wasn't enough after the HR. Obviously, we'll see how Sib decides to defend against the HR this time around.
30 seconds left as both fighters ready up their equips. We'll have to see if they do actually change any abilities, make any adaptations. This is a best of 5 fight, so there's enough time. If you lose a round, you can decide if you want to try something differently, switch an item, switch an ability.
Yeah, definitely. I doubt the DBR will help against this ult. I believe it's an ult HR if I remember seeing the damage. Plus, wait, does DBR affect HR?
It should affect enemy heal reduction.
Interesting. So that could be a possible thing there, but see how he handles it.
Into round 2 we go. This time, Ro actually gets first turn against Caesar. He releases, Caesar follows suit, moves right into his face and releases as well. Ro starts things off, not wasting any time, hits with the recoil for 3800 damage, getting the tick started onto Caesar ASAP. Caesar goes ahead, activates his pen boost right away. Ro's turn now, hits Caesar. Looks like that might be a compound residual. It only did 560 damage. Actually, I don't know what that was, but very interesting. 2800 damage now onto Caesar. There wasn't enough residual damage before for that thing to be a compound residual, so I'm really not sure what attack it was that Ro used. But Caesar's now firing back 2000 damage with the bubble lenses overdrive. Residual stacking up onto Ro. Ro uses the recoil. It's amazing how low the damage on these recoils is. I'm not used to seeing them under 4,000. Right. Oh, was that a bug? Caesar's health just dropped to 0.
Yeah, that's really weird.
We'll have to review this real quickly and see exactly what happened there. Okay, yeah, definitely the presence of a bug there. We'll be restarting this round. Just give us a couple minutes. Restarting round 2 now. After some technical difficulties, Ro gets first turn again, so it may be a repeat. Both moving in and releasing unlimited boost works coming here from Sib. Starting off much the same, recoil from Ro, 3900 damage. Recoil also from Caesar firing back more damage since he doesn't have to go against the defense boost. Second recoil from Ro, 3100 damage. Having to work his way through that 20% defense boost. However, he's still maintaining a slight health lead over Caesar. Caesar this time opts to heal. He wants to make sure he gets that heal in before Ro is able to get the heal reduction off. Ro follows suit and heals as well. This gives Caesar the tempo advantage, though. Interesting thing about heals, when both people heal like this, actually the person who used the heal first gets to attack first. So it can be a way to turn around the momentum, firing back and forth recoils. Caesar at a 700 health disadvantage. Hits the bubble, lens overdrive onto Ro. Ro fires back with this attack. Still unsure what this attack does. It has 665 base damage, but it's not a compound residual. So maybe it could be a weakness. Caesar moves away, throws up the barrier. Doesn't want to have anything to do with whatever that attack was. Residuals are ticking away on Ro. Ro is down 2,800 health. Ro moving him up with the barrier, firing the encouragement of clones downward to dissipate through it. Hits Caesar for 1,900. That actually somewhat equalizes the health. Caesar is still a little bit ahead by about 1,000 health. And he's moving far away, activating the penetration boost. Now this is very risky for Ro, but he's opting to take the attack. He's betting that since he gets the first attack, he can two-shot Caesar. There's a 3,600 damage hit. Caesar gets one attack now. Ro will need to do a lot of damage in order to make this worth it. Actually, Caesar's attack does a lot less than expected here. Only 4,700 damage. Although certainly the second hit could finish Ro off. But Ro decides to heal instead. Smart move. With how low his recoils have been hitting, it didn't look like he'd be able to finish Caesar off. Now with the residual ticks, Caesar's only at 4,300. I think Ro can finish it. There it is, 4,800 damage, and Ro wins round 2.
Oh man, the looks like Sid didn't opt out for that second heal under the. Assuming it was an HR under him.
He must have underestimated how much damage the residual ticks were going to do. Either that or after the HR happened, he just knew it was over and recoiled anyway.
Yeah. He didn't think he would have a chance the HR on him after that. Looks like Ryu's ult is coming on pretty strong for him in this match so far. Man. Man, it's gonna be do or die for Sib. I hope he see if he has it in him for that reverse sweep. He's gonna have to really change up his items or something to help him against that HR, or think of a different way to use barrier. I think he's gonna want to stand a good chance against him.
Yeah, I feel like he might want to start using the barrier a lot earlier instead of just opting into the straight recoil trade.
Yeah, it looks like the trading of blows isn't gonna turn out well if that's his plan coming in.
Yeah, if he goes into the barrier, he then gets to utilize the advantage of having multiple offense boosts. "15 seconds out. We're about to see whether Caesar can come back in this round, and whether he can take it to a match, or if Ro can secure the clean sweep." And here we go, going into round 3. Caesar gets first turn this time. Maybe that'll be what he needs to take this round. Moving away, maintaining the distance, releases his Segunda Etapa. Ro follows right after him. Caesar will get to move behind the rock. Oh, actually able to move far enough away that Ro is not going to be able to hit him. Unless he decides to dissipate through it. Ro instead just moves in, opts to use his own penetration boost. Says, okay, Caesar, you get first turn. We're both pen boosted. I have 20% defense boost. I'll resist your damage better than you can resist mine. Looks like Caesar knows it and decides to use the barrier instead. Wanting to blow a turn. It looks like, we couldn't see it, but it looks like Ro dissipated through that. Caesar moving down. Here's the adaptation. The sword seal coming out from Caesar, stopping Ro from using the sword moves, but Ro's got the strike of the serpent, hitting the compound residual onto Caesar from the pen boosted compound residual. Caesar hits Ro. 46.99 damage with the bubble lenses overdrive. Ro files back with the recoil. Could Ro be going for the immolate? It wouldn't really make a lot of sense, but I guess he's just trying to stack the compound residual and the residual from the recoils. Ro is down to 4,400 health after that hit, but he's able to heal it up, survive. Residual is still ticking away on the Caesar. Caesar heals up as well. 5,000 health advantage for Caesar. This fight is very fast-paced. Ro circles around. Hits for 5,000 damage with his sword recoil onto Caesar. The health is now equal, though. They're at the same health. Caesar gets another hit now. But it looks like he's opting to take this chance to use offense boost instead. Since his recoils has a cooldown, he wants to get the most damage possible out of it when he uses it. But those 2 residuals that Ro applied are eating away at Caesar's health bar. And another 3,500 hit. This puts Caesar so low that he can't afford to recoil. He does it anyway, hitting Ro for 4,700 damage. But there we go, 4,600 damage from Ro's recoil. Scores the final blow onto Caesar, and in a clean 3-0 sweep, Ro defends his title from 2016 and will be your 2017 Rank 8 champion.
Oh man, it was a pretty good call with the sword seal and early barrier, but it seems Ryu was just as ready for countering that new play as well.
I'm not sure that using the boost there at the end was a smart move for Caesar. I mean, yeah, he got a little bit more damage, but if anything, he should have used the penetration boost to penetrate through the little bit of extra resist Ro gets from his champion item last year. And just the damage potential in general. The other benefit of using penetration boost is the extra damage you get from penetration doesn't apply back on your own recoil to yourself, whereas boosting your recoil normally will cause you to take more recoil damage from it. Just a number of factors there. You know, a couple things going differently here or there, and maybe Caesar could have survived.
Yeah, that's my thought exactly. I think penetration is a better thing against someone with higher resistances. I mean, it was a valiant fight by Caesar. Just really unfortunate that it happened the way it did for him.
All right, looks like that's it for this year's tournament. We'll get that win credit going for Ro.
Man. Good stuff, Rio, with a back-to-back championship. That's a living legend right there.
The first two-time Rank 8 champion in WOB's history.
That is quite a title, actually.
Indeed it is, and the first time was such an epic fashion, having not even been level 150 when it entered the tournament. Ro certainly establishing a legacy for himself as one of the all-time great fighters of WOB. That's it for this year's tournament. We're going to see you guys next year. The tournament will be bigger. We'll have more matches, more team battles as well, and more features coming throughout the year. Catch you guys later.